Hello, this is Malcolm Rose. I'm making a human air elementalist because it's the current Nemelec's choice and nobody's won it yet. Let's try to win anyway. Cleverly using double zaps. We're trying to. Let's see if we can't get airstrike online and then spam that. Before we continue, let's turn off troll mode here. Just trying to butcher food far too often. Look at swiftness. Training nothing but spellcasting and air. And we'll just see what books we get. Got a 3 stack of something. Whoa. Well, no need to take any risks. Open the door. Okay, we got him. Go intelligence, of course, we're a caster. It may surprise you for all the Mockleb X guys I played, but I'm more in my element when I'm playing a caster. Sometimes the way these zaps work just doesn't make any sense. I should pick up a spear. Okay, cool. Let's see what this 4 stack is. Let's remove curse. Not doing so hot on consumables. We gotta go up. No, I didn't mean to rest. Okay, door number 3, and we have an adder behind every single door. Well, that's fine because we've got a static discharge. But it's actually not fine, it's terrible. But it is what it is. Crap. Identify. Okay, static discharge worked out. But if you yeah, if you're paying attention at home, that means we had to engage an adder. Multiple adders apparently. That's 4 adders on D2. Outrageous. but we had to engage at least one. I apparently chose the wrong one. Okay. Static discharge is great. I mean, it can definitely kill them, but all it would take is like one miscast or two even, which is easy to happen when you're at 20% fail rate. And then I'm dead, because you can't outrun adders even with swiftness. And even if I could, I'd be out of mana. I probably couldn't cast swiftness. In fact, I'm not sure if zapping would have been better there. Two chances to hit each time. Maybe. Do we have to engage this guy? My instinct is to just leave. Like, go downstairs. Oh, got the double zap and it actually died. Very good. Yeah, that kind of thing makes me a little apprehensive. You know, it's a little much. But that's why you should always memorize. You should always memorize static discharge as soon as you get it, because you might need it. Oh, look, it's Nemelex. It's D2 Nemelex. I'm not, I mean, I could take him, but the last time we tried this, we got completely wrecked. Not on this guy. Close the door, open the door. Unfortunately, they're still there. Well, that's very bad. Well, actually, no, it's okay. And I'll tell you why. I can blink. I can blink there. If I have to. Okay, I didn't have to. Sweet. we survived. Again, not taking Nemelex. I don't care if you think he's good. He's definitely powerful. He definitely lets you do turn count speed running really well. But I manage to screw him up every time I play him, so I'm just not going to do it. I'll play him on some really powerful race, not a human air elementalist who may not find his books, and then I'm forced to rejigger what I'm doing and have it potentially be a total disaster. I have remove curse. Nice wizardry. The only potion we found is degeneration. Che is an option, but again, we're trying to actually win. And taking Che is pretty crazy if you're trying to win. Again, a somewhat unpopular opinion among some circles. So I guess we have an ossuary and a sewer. Flowing sand, rushing water. And there's the ossuary. Let's see what that altar is. I think this is going to be an Eli altar. Yeah, that's a shame. I had hoped it was Fenhas because I can get a ton of piety off Fenhas if I go to if I go into ossuary with him. I'm not using any of these gods. I'm not doing it. I'm just not. Trying to look up zombies to see if they're immune to or resistant to electricity. I don't think they are, and mummies are not either, so now that those shenanigans are done with. By the way, no temple on this floor. That's normal. Oh. None of these things can... we gotta leave. That's fine. I couldn't beat them. I was gonna drink a potion if I was only a little bit hurt, but they were just wrecking me. It's fine. We missed out on some potions. Whatever. Let's see if we can't do this. Crap. This one has... This one's got those guys in it. The frogs. Neither the ossuary nor this sewer are places I really want to be. Considering my inability to kill a simple adder. But I think I at least need to make it to the first loot. We've pulled a few too many. That's okay. We got it. I can always airstrike. Okay. Static discharge worked. The real problem is the lack of mana. Alright, I've got potions now. We could probably kill the frogs if we got to fight them one at a time. They're just regular frogs, not blink frogs. They do 9 damage, 22 hit points. Whereas an adder has 11. Oh man, I wish I had these potions identified. I could be training conjurations, and maybe I should, but I'm trying to get to the point where I can just airstrike things 1,000 times and win. Because that works really well, and then we can go straight to tornado if we're so inclined. The plan, if we run into the frogs, which I'm 99% sure there's always frogs in here, is to blink away and start chugging potions if in fact we take a bunch of damage. Almost every potion is unidentified. Chances are good something will help. I have full mana when this engage finally happens. It all kind of relies on me either being able to separate the frogs, or the frogs have crap EV, I think, right? 3 pips of EV. 3 pips of EV, same as an adder, actually. Magic mapping, eh? Well, now we have 2 scrolls of blinking. That makes things a little better. A bunch of magic mapping. So it just took me, I think, 5. There's a frog. 5 zaps to kill an adder. And that was the frog for sure, so we're going to be clever about the use of this door is how we're going to do it. There he is. Sorry about that. I have this bad habit of nudging my microphone while I'm talking. Anyway, I think instead of airstrike, what we really want to do is shock him with the double zaps. And then blink away if things go really, really bad. But remember, we cannot actually walk away and get to the portal. So this is a calculated risk. I'm going to assume one of these 5 potions is not completely worthless for me. And I think it has to be. If you think about it, let's see, 5. That'd be bad. 1, 2. I'm going to count the ones that are not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll count that as 5. So yeah, there are exactly 5 that are completely useless to us. So we'd have to have really terrible luck to get completely boned up on that. I keep hearing the croak, but he's not coming. We may be able to blink into the room. Come to think of it, close the door and wait several turns and go home if this isn't going well. You know, they're just wandering around over there. I just really don't want to fight both at once. But we could definitely use the loot here. Whoever made this vault is really, really cruel, if you think about it. Because they put the water here. I mean, I know sewers have water, but Like this stupid maze, basically. It's not a maze, but it's this twisty-turvy, super long. What bullfrog? Oh, he's right there. Are you serious? Okay, we gotta, I didn't see him there. Okay, we're gonna hit him with the spear. He can do 8 damage. Reblinking. Reblinking again. Didn't work. We got curing. Magic. Let's get the double zaps. Boom. Alright. We blew 2 blinking, a magic, and a curing for that. Was it worth it? I don't know, because now I gotta fight another frog. However, we have more mana now. Static Discharge did the work for us, although it would have been a lot better if I had been training Conjurations like I ought to be. That sucks that he was just right there. 3 potions. Nope, he's long gone. He wandered back over here because I know there's 2 frogs. Yeah, we're not gonna read these. Oh god. Well, I guess one of these needs to be curing. Thankfully, we've got curing. Oops. I wasn't paying attention there. I was trying to get up here so I could do this. Identify that scroll. Wouldn't it be funny if we put so much care into surviving the sewer, only to die to that? By the way, airstrike's online. Two of them, not good. Three. Just airstrike him to death. Now, airstrike is taking a good bit of mana. I knew it would be harm. That's okay. we still airstrike? Yeah, we can. Oh boy, that's a bad one. $211, the dex doesn't add any EV for us, so I probably should have checked to see what this looked like before I decided to lure him. I just assumed I'd be able to do this. He can technically kill me. Drink invisible. Sweet little Quokka helps block. Yeah, we're not playing this very well. I shouldn't be having to use these resources. I believe they call these unforced errors. This is really obnoxious. This is not a D5 enemy. Thankfully we were able to kill it due to lightning static discharge, but a moccasin should not be on D5. Let's see if anybody else is making progress on this. There were a couple guys that were well ahead of me, but I don't think they're actually playing right now. Perhaps we should have used airstrike on the bullfrog back in the sewer. Certainly seems effective, although back then I didn't have much mana. And the fail rate was higher, so I think the calculated risk I took was correct. Even if it did rob me a little bit. Okay. Okay. Animate skeleton would be worth getting. Geomancy, we could move into Earth. These are all valid books, I guess. I mean, LRD is nice. What we're going to do is take Air Magic to 9. And then we're just going to train spellcasting, and we're going to keep air striking things. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, that's Book of Dreams. That has Val Clutch. Okay. Freeze frame. We'll go with that plan. We won't buy anything now. We'll train air to 9 so we can have a nice round number on that. We'd want that anyway for deflect missiles later. But we're going to be using Val Clutch, obviously. We are confused. Got him. Okay. So knowing what we know, we've got Val Clutch. That basically wins the game by itself. So we can pick a god strictly for defense and power. Which one would that be? Probably Rue. Possibly Yredelemnul. It's going to be Yredelemnul. Because we can just BVC from behind allies. And invocations is an apt we're actually good at. Not just, well, we're pretty much good at everything, but we're extra good at invocations. Only 300 more gold for BBC. Astronaut can do 50 damage. This is a bit early for him. I don't have blink or anything. Ouch, that really hurt. Ouch, that really hurt my fifis. Let's get off this floor. This cursed floor. Well, maybe not. We've got Erica. She can confuse me. I only have 2 potions of curing. We want to leave and not run into Gastronaut, please. No whammies, no whammies. Okay. This floor is incredibly cursed. Unfortunately, it looks like the next one might be more cursed. Is he hasted? That's wild. And a potion. hoping that Yredelemnul gives me some love soon. I've been killing a lot of things. Of course he's hasted. Hey, that's great. You fall through a shaft for three floors, down to D12. And it would appear that I am just super deep in unexplored territory where there's no, well, it's explored now because I have the map, but we're super deep in territory with no staircases. Four heal wounds now. We could run into all kinds of just really, really horrible things here. Like him. However, we can airstrike him to death because he's flying. So that's free experience. Go up. I see that there's a lot of insane crap here. Let's go down. Let's go down. Got a wand of disintegration. I just wanted to see if I could kill stuff down here. Okay, good. Got a little experience out of that. Let's go up. See, this stuff is ludicrous. I think we gotta make our way on D12 over to the other set of staircases. Because if I have to engage this stuff, it's game over. Like, this dude just wrecks me, and that's it. And they are awake now. Or I could teleport. I could try to teleport on this floor. But that's just like, who knows what'll happen, you know? This is really a choice. I think I'm gonna try to make it over to. Wow, I guess I'll try to make it all the way over here. Do they fly? Yeah, they fly. I mean, I knew it was Josephine. I need to know how much damage she does. I should have checked that before I did this. Yeah, I knew it was 60 on the Dispel Undead. I didn't think that the Ghostly Fireball was that much, though. It's 45, 46, 47, 48 damage. Not great. As long as nothing else shows up, I can take her probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would have to be here. Well, if she could land it here, that means she could hit me. %40 on Disintegrate, we're not doing that. We could Ice Blast. But I think at our current spell power on Airstrike would probably do more with that. Acid, however, missed. Well, I'm glad you didn't attack because I missed on my Airstrike a million times. Do we have Potion of Magic by any chance? No. Okay, I didn't want to Ice Blast because it makes noise, but it makes a ton of noise. Oh. What am I doing? Take this skeleton. Go up. Very good. Go up. Bring Grum down. We have Curing, we have Heal Wounds. I think we need to bring him to our skeletons. Yes. Well, or we could just Berserk and go to town on him. With Dagger of Electrocution. Yeah, let's do that. Terrible. Go up. We're gonna die because that guy showed up. I'm gonna take a step and I get hit and I die. Damn it. I can't streak to save my life this tournament. I'm Really faulting hard. I think I'm going to give up on streaking. And I think instead I'm going to go for high scores, speed runs, alternate kinds of points. Because clearly I'm making some mistakes. On the other hand, that was a 3 shaft, which can virtually guarantee you'll die. Now, I think that berserking was a mistake. It was really unfortunate that the Cyclops showed up, and it was really bad luck that I wasn't able to kill the wolves while berserked. I mean, we killed one, but I was hoping that when I took the step, my berserk would end, and the wolf would not, I'd be slow, but I would have a chance to take an action before I was slowed down, and then I could heal wounds or whatever. But yeah, berserking was a mistake, because it took away all the options that I could do after that. Yeah, what a shame. That is a shame. Really bad stuff. So that was the mistake there. I think that probably the better thing to... What would be the better thing to do there? We could have swiftnessed and walked around, eating attacks, but then we would have run into the Cyclops anyway, which would have been unfortunate. Wouldn't have been able to make it back to the staircase. What bad luck is that? That the Cyclops came around right then and there. I mean, we had some very unfortunate luck on those floors, because not only did we get shafted 3 floors deeper from 9 to 12, on the way up we ran into... Yeah, that was like some kind of hell floor, because there's a big pack of centaurs with a manticore, and then elsewhere on the floor there was a Cyclops. So, very, I don't know about out of depths, but just like, tough monster set there for this character. I'm just trying to think what else I could have done. Maybe haste and agility, I guess. I mean, that's berserking will get you killed on an unidentified or on an unknown floor. Excuse me. A little sleepy. Man, this is that's a tough one. It was a tough situation for sure. I mean, that was a tough one to survive in general. I'm not sure what the proper answer there was. Clearly not what we did, but probably hasting. Probably at that point, hasting was the right thing to do. It's really hard to make that decision, though, to know when you use your well, actually, I don't know if I had that haste identified, come to think of it. Yeah, come to think of it, we had enough heal wounds and curing, and we knew we had those. Probably the right thing to do was to, assuming we didn't have haste identified, it was to disintegrate Grum repeatedly until he died, because it's like 80%. And then if I get too hurt, just drink it up. I know magic was unidentified. I think. Maybe not. Be nice if it told you. Yeah. Oh well. We even had Lamp of Fire that we could have used, although that realistically probably would have missed him. And also makes a good bit of noise, which we were trying to avoid. once we had killed Grum and went up, I'm wondering if the right choice was, instead of swinging, to just walk, since you're hasted, right? So I would be able to get away from the wolves to some degree, and then the haste ends, and I'm slow, but I can start trying to overheal the... Well, there was enough stuff there that I wasn't going to overheal 2 wolves while slowed, for sure. But I think that once I killed the first wolf, probably the right choice was not to walk away. It was to keep swinging, even at 2 hit points. Just keep swinging and hope that it works. Because, yeah, at that point, you're invested, you know. And I think that I may have sealed my fate. I probably would have died either way, but there are just a couple breakpoints. I'm trying to think of at each point what mistakes I made so that I don't do that again. I think that about covers it. But really the first mistake was not marking every single tile that I've walked on. No, I'm just kidding. It's the thing that Ultraviolent 4 did. He made this joke about how truly optimal play, and he's right, technically it's right. Truly optimal play involves marking every single tile, which then acts as a sort of path, so that, well, not every single tile, but every tile you've walked on. So you now know that there are probably not traps on that tile, and that is technically the optimal way to play Dungeon Crawl, which is really silly. But I mean, it is pretty obnoxious that this is basically a shaft death. I mean, you can slice it differently to where, I mean, I could say it's my fault, or I could say it's a shaft death. I think we're somewhere in the middle. I mean, I could have recovered from that probably a little bit smarter, basically, with that Grum engage. I think everything else I did was perfect. The floor with Josephine, I think I handled really, really well. But with Grum, it was just a little bit questionable. Yeah, I don't know what I would do differently, except for that, just some of that stuff I'm not so sure about, is what I'm saying. Like, Berserk would have been completely optimal if the Cyclops hadn't shown up. Really, just in a lot of ways, it's bad luck. 9 times out of 10, I feel like that would have solved the problem. You know, if the Cyclops had shown up just a couple turns later, you know. I guess I also could have, after killing Grum, I don't think the Cyclops noticed me. I could have just walked backwards away from the Cyclops. But I was berserked. So if I had gotten paralyzed, he would have possibly come down and thrown rocks at me and killed me. Or if I didn't know if more stuff was going to show up or not. I'll say this for sure. I was playing too fast, because this whole analysis that I'm doing right now post hoc could have been done turn by turn back then, and I might have made a different decision that would have kept me from getting killed. Now that I think about it, if the Cyclops hadn't noticed me, probably going south was the right choice, because I knew that going up into those wolves was almost certain death. Just less certain than trying to fight a Cyclops while berserked and a full screen away on a human wizard with 68 hit points. What a shame, though. Losing in melee with a +4 dagger of electrocution. It's That's a really excellent early game weapon to be losing with. Oh well. We'll see what happens for the rest of the tournament, but until then, I am signing out.